You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome to Movie Bidders with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kirk.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I don't have
Thanks,
a new
Nick.
one.
You could go ahead.
You can do it during the thing if you really want.
Yeah.
Grab a new one if you want. No, it's
Yeah.
on camera. I'll
Okay.
vamp for a
Alright.
minute.
Wait, I'm doing it.
While she's doing...
Oh, damn it.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that one. I have that in to like test
Okay.
people.
We're joined by Vanessa M Powers. She's the writer, director, and editor of Silly Little Wounds. This is the non-spoiler segment.
I think we were having an off-air conversation. The thing I want to say at the top of this is that, yeah, we're all rooting for each other. And the point of the following conversations is to find points of disagreement. So I know you know this, but to you watching, like, Vanessa's here because we love her. Everyone that comes on the show is because we want, local film community to succeed. And I hope your movie gets in the black.
Thank you.
Like, genuinely. So if you're watching this and if you're a distributor or a film festival, the idea of having these conversations is to make it more appealing for you to have this movie, and any movie you've seen on Movie Bidders.
Well, before we go any further, can you describe what it means to go in the black for people who don't know what that means?
The guest rule.
Okay.
It means that you would make a profit.
Oh,
You would make back your money and then a little bit more.
That's what it's an accounting term.
Oh.
We did budget Silly Little Wounds as kind of cheaply as we could with the hope that might happen. So.
All right. Well, again, yeah, that's so the first bait is right from Kirk. I think you wrote this in the notes.
yeah?
Are these
Yeah.
actually little wounds?
Well, I don't know if you want to do that in the spoilers or in the non-spoilers.
I just wanted to set it up there because,
Okay. Yeah, I don't think these are silly little wounds. They're pretty big issues that these people have.
Yeah, the name is meant ironically.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't think it that way.
Because the idea is that these are folks who were friends in high school and now they're seeing each other again as full-blown adults, and these things we think of as silly little wounds, these little slights we do to each other when we're young, in keeping with the wound metaphor, I think they fester and I think they become big wounds.
Oh.
But that's exactly, they're silly little wounds. They're just like the shit we said to each other, the shit we did to each other when we were all shitty teenagers. But I think that for a lot of people, if you have long conversations with them or build relationships with them where you end up discussing things from when they were younger, I think because high school years are so formative that you do carry around damage from high school. A lot of people do.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't take that as a kind of ironic title to the movie. Because these are pretty big wounds that the characters have. So,
yeah, big wounds with small origins, silly little origins, let's say.
Yeah.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah,
Did that come out when you were in high school?
It
That must
did.
have. Yes.
yeah.
Did you
Butterfly
see it with your
effect?
friends in high school?
Sure did.
Sure
Did
did.
you see a lot of movies as a high schooler
Yes.
with your friends in the theater?
Yes,
And
I
it wasn't
did.
your theater friends that you went to the movies with?
So no, I was a pretty big jock in high school. I was like
Oh,
a
wow.
jock, a nerd, and then a theater person.
Also, heard you were a big deal in Hutch.
I was a big deal. I was a big fish in a small pond. But so actually Mean Girls and Legally Blonde and that kind of stuff. That's I would see that with my swimming friends or my track friends. And then
You were swimming?
I was a swimmer.
What was your events in high school swimming?
I was a sprinter, so I did the 50 and the 100 free, and relays were my favorite. I've always been better.
There are
at the team.
different iterations of swimming for the swimming team?
Yes.
I was captain until I mooned the basketball team of my
Yeah.
swim team senior year. What events do you think I did?
Backstroke?
No.
Breaststroke.
500, I mean. On a relay? No, I was better. Was I breast or fly? I can't remember. But no, I was.
If you were fly, you'd remember.
Not really, because I sometimes was better at fly than anything else just because I have weird body.
Sure.
Because I have no neck and just big shoulders.
Yeah.
You
I
take
tried
the
flying
shoulders.
and I got tendonitis.
Oh,
no.
dang, all right.
My shoulder actually hurts right now from a punch I threw at the gym last week, so
Oh, no.
I'll be fine. I've been to the gym this week.
Yeah, I
so-
was a swim captain as well.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I was 500 and 200, where I was the long
500.
distance guy.
I had a buddy I counted 500 for. Yeah, she was in like 7th grade when I was a senior, but
And you'd always put the thing
yeah,
in and like
yeah.
shake it. Yeah.
yeah.
Demonstrate fly. What's the fly in
So
swimming?
I think I got some on the seat too.
Butterfly is the one
I'm not using this.
where they look like, they're just like
Oh,
diving
yeah.
over and over again. That's, I loved swimming. I was a swimmer and a runner. And then I was a big nerd, and I saw a lot of movies with my friends who were nerds. Blades of Glory,
Oh,
Bewitched.
nice.
Those are both Will Ferrell movies.
Bewitched.
Yeah, the remake that they did with
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. I like it. Low key, I kind of like it.
Isn't that the first one?
Michael Caine is in it. Shirley MacLaine.
That's right. Yeah.
What's his ass before he got famous?
Steve Carell.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow, how do
that's
you
what I was-
do that?
What?
Whatever his ass, you get the name of the person right. Wow.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, that. Come on.
Yeah. So,
I'm sitting on
but I loved seeing movies and I saw movies theater with my parents too.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's this is when I was writing this question, I thought it sounded like a dumb question, so I'm going to try to make it sound smarter. If you were trying to pitch silly little wounds to somebody, and I know this is the stupid studio executive question of like, what is this like? You know what I mean? It's not this, but it's kind of like this with this. What would you say Silly Little Wounds is like?
Have you seen The Romantics?
Describe it more.
It's a movie about a group of people who went to college together who are coming back together for a wedding, and it's like they all get drunk after the groom's dinner and their evening gets really messy, and it's got like Katie Holmes and Anna Paquin and Malin Akerman and who's the Josh guy who's from here? I don't know how to pronounce his last
Josh
name.
Duhamel?
Duhamel's in it. Yeah, Elijah
North
Wood is
Dakota.
in it. Oh sure, but we like claim him
Midwest.
for some
Come
reason.
on.
Yeah,
comes to
that was
TCFF.
kind of the movie that I like. What I know you were in the like Wet Paper Bag interview, like asking about like look and feel. The Romantics was like a big, jumping off point.
How would you describe the like look that I assume that Luke's seen it, or did you make him watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, you made him watch. Do you sit with him while you watch it?
No.
You say, watch this, and what is he looking for? And that's your cinematographer I'm referring to.
Yeah, I mean, and Luke did one better. I think one of the things that like there's some films I have like really strong vision for, and this one I think with The Romantics it was like just a lot of character focus and the way that they would put multiple people in a shot together and the ways that they would kind of frame the space between people sometimes. But Luke also like to our first like visual meeting brought library books. He had like gone to the library and gotten these like 70s like photography books, and it was specifically this like photographer who had done a lot of like hotels and kind of like ugly or bland spaces and tried to like photograph them or like portray them with like an emotion like loneliness. And so that was also a big visual inspiration, and I wish I could remember the photographer's name, but I can't.
How did he then take that book and work with you to develop the visual look of Silly Little Wounds?
Well, I think the biggest thing we took away from that was like lighting ideas, which I definitely am not as. Every once in a while I'll have like a really strong lighting idea, but because that's the thing I know like literally the least about. Because a lot of this photographer's work didn't have a subject. So it was kind of about how to frame the rooms in this way. And then I think maybe we went back to The Romantics for things like facial framings and really, like I said, trying to think about how to frame multiple people in a shot because it's an ensemble piece. You know, there's like 6 characters that we're following. And so like, how do you put them in a shot together in a meaningful, interesting, dynamic way that maybe even says something about their relationships to each other? Because if it was just close-ups the whole time, it'd be a different movie.
Have you seen If I Had Legs I'd Kick You?
I haven't.
Are you aware of they do a lot of close-ups?
Yep.
And it's kind of like the Safdie brothers do that a lot too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
This one was directed by Muriel Hawkins. I don't.
It's on my list. I really want to see it. And I love close-ups, but I think it's easy in a emotional or like dramatic piece to live too close too long.
Oh no, that would like I can. Speaking for myself, I think there's a lot of heavy subject matter in your movie, as you're aware. if it were heavy subject matter plus the visuals making me go, feel this, I would have been. So can you talk about like what you did with framing faces? Is it like the way their bodies are turned toward the camera, or like could you describe it in terms of like where real practical, because I'm dumb and need that?
Yeah, I think I just never wanted them to feel like they were playing for camera. I think that that's when you get taken out of moments like that, or like you said, it feels like, feel this right now. Like I think that there were times we tried to use more like profiles or 3/4, or even like we spent some time looking at someone's like cheek, or we like allow emotions to play out in wider shots and just like trust that the audience is like with the characters or not. And I think like the blocking was really intended to be much more about the characters' relationship to each other than their relationship to the camera. The camera was moving for the actors and like not the other way around. So I think in a lot of ways, like the blocking and kind of the positioning in a lot of ways was more like how you would block a play and the camera was there. And that gave Luke a really hard job, I think, but it was a challenge he was definitely up for. But it also allowed our actors to stay, I think, more engaged with the material. I hate when it's like, hey, that was really great. Can you just like turn your face a little bit so that the camera can see you better? Which I've been on sets where people do that. And I definitely understand why. But I think also like we wanted to let things be ugly sometimes and let things be not the perfect lighting, not the perfect, my makeup artist, I was very much like, the goal should not be to erase like in some cases we were like shading people's like wrinkles and stuff. It's like it was really about letting these people look as ugly as they were sometimes being.
May I pitch you on a sales term for that?
Sure.
Instead of saying ugly, raw.
Raw.
They're never.
Raw, all right.
None of you beautiful actors
Yeah, thoughts about that,
ever
Nick?
looked ugly. Okay, wait.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, hit me.
Raw.
Why am I raw?
That's why, see, but I don't like that term for that.
Oh,
Raw,
because you're thinking raw dog.
No.
No, it feels put upon.
What?
Yeah, it's like
It feels like you're. Here's the thing: if you think the film was emotionally raw, I would take that as a compliment. That's a very kind thing to say.
Versus ugly? I would not say ugly.
However, if I'm like, oh, it's like really raw, like I just sound like an asshole. And I'm telling you how good it was and how real it was. And like either you felt that or you did not. It's like being at a play and they give a speech at the beginning that's like, hey, it's okay to laugh, it's okay to cry, we're all here to have fun. Like if you've done your job, I will laugh or I will cry. Do not tell me to laugh or I will sit here and frown at you the whole time.
It's because there's old people who need to know that.
Wait,
because I've been at that play before.
Let's get Nick's. What was
Oh
that?
no, I'm
hand
just saying I was
gesture?
making the jerk off hand motion because of the sales term. That's all.
Oh,
I'm gonna
raw?
make that
Well,
to, like,
that's the
Yeah.
point
I
of
think
sales
sales-
is to jerk off the client so that they,
Yeah,
buy
but
the...
I don't. Would you ever use the word raw in that sales?
Well,
call?
no, I'm saying I'm decorous around sensitive artists, and I assume
sensitive artists.
Let me. I know you're sensitive, but let me get through this.
All right.
I hear what you're saying.
Don't say ugly.
No, you
Thank
don't want to tell your actors they look ugly, and I
Of course
probably
not.
didn't.
Yeah.
Their characters are ugly. I understood and you didn't mean it like physically.
Yeah.
You meant it like they have raw emotion, which is causing them to act in an ugly way.
Yeah. Well, and I think that like allowing that discomfort to exist.
If your intent was discomfort at various times, you accomplished that goal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there any other movies besides The Romantics that?
Breakfast Club a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
see
Just in the like different types of characters becoming friends. So there's a film called The Big Chill that when I described this film, everyone said, "Oh, it's like that," and so I felt like I couldn't watch that because
Big chill.
I would end up then like me trying to define it against that. I watched it at some point, but there were a bunch of people who were like, "Oh, like The Big Chill," and I was like, note to self, like watch that at some point.
That's like a Gen X movie.
Yeah, it was all like older folks that I would tell about it, and so apparently it's similar to that. Young Adult with Charlize Theron.
I do like. Okay, yeah.
That's in there a little bit.
It's got kind of a similar like limited arc or a time scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And ugly characters, right? Sorry, raw characters.
No,
characters,
the very beautiful Charlize Theron plays one of her ugliest characters.
Yeah.
Having played a serial killer before.
Yeah. And maybe in a way that I can't quite put my finger on. Oh, what was the other film that just came to mind that then immediately left my mind? Oh, things like Juno or Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
So believe it or not, I know everyone's like, the content in your movie is so heavy. This is Vanessa's version of a comedy.
Yeah, it did say comedy drama in the research, and I was like, oh.
Yep. So
Good to know.
so the balance of like dark and humor, maybe like those two films. Here's the thing, at the film festival, our first audience laughed like crazy. Our second audience, like
Not so
three
much.
people laughed like crazy.
See, I'm often the person in the movie theater laughing, and then I'm like going, wait, I'm the only one laughing. What's wrong? Or at least I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Do you think it's those? I don't want to speculate on that audience that time. Is you think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is like uncomfortable, and this is my reaction to this uncomfortable thing is to laugh. It's funny these characters are in this situation.
Yeah, well, I'm millennial, so like we laugh at trauma, right? That's like our.
Okay, let's get into this millennial thing. What is your like view on millennials and like because
Alright.
this is I've got the quote in my notes here. This is a song, a story, or a song or a poem to millennials. I didn't get
A
to
love
this.
song to millennials, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, it's a love song.
Yeah, or it's like a love letter. You know, when you
Yes.
say something is a love letter to something, I think it's a love letter to millennials.
Diary entry, a song, and a love poem to being a millennial. Is
Yeah.
a quote in one of the.
That Erin
bookings.
Pecker wrote that because
She
she's
wrote that.
more poetic than I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, millennials, I think that like, as it speaks to the film, I think that there's the binge drinking. I think that there's
Yeah.
the laughing at trauma. I think that there's the eating disorder shit that was really prevalent when we were growing up. I think that there's a type of misogyny that was really prevalent, like a specific breed of misogyny, the sort of love triangle bullshit that was really prevalent when I was in high school. So I think for me, yeah, it speaks directly to a lot of problems that people my age have experienced. I think also like the mom kind of losing her identity and mom. I know a lot of people who've struggled with that. So yeah, I think for me it's it just was all inspired very much by problems that exist for like myself and people my age and my friends who I love and care about, and trying to just put all those in one place and acknowledge them, because also it's pretty millennial again to like say, hey, this really terrible thing happened. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. Let's
Laugh
drink.
at it, yeah.
Okay. I'm starting to understand what you mean by millennial, and my like reaction to that is, well, like you think millennials are bad for drinking and misogyny? Have you heard about boomers? You know, and what it was like when they were kids.
Oh, but I don't think they're bad. That's why it's a love letter.
Oh, what do you mean? You don't think they're
yeah. What do you
bad?
mean?
I
they're
mean,
not bad?
because these were all people that I loved and I do love, because like these are my people. You know, our problems are what they are, and I love them. Like I feel like a lot of these things we've emerged with in our 30s as like a badge of honor, a little bit. You know, a little bit of like, you know. I was watching like an Instagram video the other day where someone was like, oh my God, kids these days have like skincare. Like I woke up with like a club stamp on my face after 30 minutes of sleep and went to geometry, you know? I think that we're proud of our messiness and we're proud of our resilience, and like we're proud of our ability to laugh, because if we couldn't laugh, we wouldn't still be here. Because like we as a generation went through wars, recessions, 9/11, COVID, like, you know, kind of all these, we keep getting told, hey, you're living through history. Like, oh, okay, I
Too much.
could have a little less history, you know?
But this is the pushback I feel necessary for the debate. We've had it pretty good. Like us millennials, because like 3/4 of us in this room live in a place that we're working towards owning.
Yeah, but at what times did we have it pretty good? Our childhood or right
Also,
now in this
I also
moment?
think like technology has made it. Okay, go.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Some of us, do we have it pretty good? Yes. Compared to what? Yes. I think one of the things that we pinpointed in our discussions about it is that we grew up being taught to dream about a certain thing, and then as we aged into that thing, it became largely impossible.
I do agree with that.
We were that generation of, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to college, you're going to get married and have children and have a house and have a career, and everything is going to be this certain way. And all of us sculpted our visions of our lives, our dreams, with that as our model. And then all of us like came out the other side of whatever we came out the other side of, and that's not what's waiting for us. And in fact, some of us are working towards owning a home. Some of us are working a job in the field that we went to college for, but we are very lucky because I know people with master's degrees working in restaurants. I know people with doctorates in apartments, you know. I think that we were taught that this is the formula for success, and that formula failed us while we were actively trying to pursue it.
The macro thing, and I'm not even sure I'm going to disagree with you here, that I have a problem with our generation is that people weren't told, hey, go take out all these loans, go to school for what you love. Don't do that. That's a bad business strategy. Go to school. I'm sorry. I know. Like,
but that's not what everyone did though. Like most people, like
good.
most of the like when we're talking about like what we were told to do, that was actually like you already were told like don't go get an English degree. You know, you were already told stuff like that. So the people who were you're talking about, like, who got told this thing, like they did what
no
they
one
were
with a
doing.
doctorate in engineering is living in an apartment.
Well, I have a friend who has a doctorate in medicine who's living in an apartment.
What the hell is that? Like, have they gone to medical school?
Yes.
The fuck is that?
Because things are fucked
job
up.
Because
market,
everything's so fucked.
Yeah, okay. I do watch the pit.
But it's exactly that. It's
Yeah.
not, you know, I threw caution to the wind and I did go to school for art. And I know some people that did that and we kind of accepted those consequences. But there were people who gave up artistic dreams and took a safe route. My friend who has a master's degree in science education is a restaurant manager because he can't get a job as a science teacher. Like, it's, you know, people who went a safe route still got screwed. That's what it is. Like, if you took a risk and it didn't pay off, you were aware you were taking a risk. But a lot of people took the Robert Frost road more traveled and still ended up lost.
It wasn't supposed to be a risk. It was supposed to be, this is what the people...
This is what
like,
will
yeah.
make your life a certain
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a lot what this film is about too, is hitting that point where you start to see your life for what it is, and then you are forced to decide whether you are happy with it or not.
See your life for what it is and decide if you are happy with it or not. What's interesting to me is that this in your movie is through the prism of high school.
Yeah.
Like their relationship to high school. And like, so you're still friends with people you went to high school with actively in your daily life?
A couple.
Okay. And didn't some work on this movie?
One.
Who's that? Oh, Tristan, right? Corrigan?
Yeah, sorry. So two. So Tristan, and then my friend Kayleen came and did hair for a day
Oh, okay.
because we needed extra people to do hair.
I saw Alex Rumsey did hair one day.
She did. She did hair and makeup. She drove up to Chisholm to do that.
How many days were you guys in Chisholm?
11.
How many hotel rooms did you have at the Chisholm Hotel? My wife asked that question. Mrs. Farx wanted to know.
Like 8.
Oh, you had 8? Okay.
Yeah, so we did do our best not to shit where we ate. So we had 2 that were just filming rooms.
Oh. Did you rotate those?
Yep.
Yeah, because we were looking at the pictures on the wall.
Yeah,
To
so-
define whose room was which.
And Erin Pekka did those paintings.
Those are her paintings?
Yeah.
Those weren't there?
No,
Oh, nice.
the walls were like bare, and we wanted to have something to delineate rooms and then to
Identify. Yeah.
Well, what's the meaning of the paintings? Because then when I see fruit
apple?
sometimes, like some of it
fruit or
was, you know,
something.
I mean,
some fruit's sexual, okay? That's
So-
what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
well,
saying
yeah, the
that.
peach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kate's hot, right? Kate's hot now.
Now she's hot. Yeah.
So Nathan.
When I explained to my wife that they said that girl was hot, and she said that hot guy, I was like, why are you calling that guy hot? And I said, well, you just called someone hot. I was like, they called them hot. I didn't call them hot. So thank you for that. No, I'm just kidding.
So the apple was in Sienna's room because she was our curvy girl, and apples are like booties, right? And then
apple bottom jeans, boots with the sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And then Nathan had the honeydew because of the honeydew list. And then Tori had the pomegranate, which is like
Spoiler. Sorry.
Oh, that was a spoiler.
I'll bleep that out.
If you're watching this, you like the movie. You're fine.
And then the pomegranate is like Eurydice and Orpheus and like regret, right? And then
Eurydice and what?
Orpheus, like the Greek mythology.
I'm not that smart.
It's so she goes to the underworld and he goes to retrieve her, and if they can walk out without looking back, they're free to go, and they get almost all the way, and then he looks back to see if she's still there, and then it's about regret.
Did the Greeks steal that from Sodom and Gomorrah? Because isn't that how the woman turns to a pillar of salt?
They probably zeitgeisted that
yeah,
like this, but similar. Yeah. And then the peach for Kate because hot.
Peach cause hot.
Oh no, peach because actually that was maybe more one of those ironic choices because peaches are like a fruit we think of as very sexy, and Kate is a character who's supposed to be very traditionally attractive, but who is very much probably not in touch with that side of herself. So
yeah, I have questions about that for spoilers. Why did you split up your story by and written by credit?
So the story was basically come up with by myself and another person. She like helped me do the whole outline, like really in depth, and gave a lot of feedback early on. And then she wanted to audition for it, so she opted not to continue help writing it. So I wanted to make sure she still got credit because probably the movie just like would not. I mean, not probably. The movie just would not have happened without her.
Can you say who that is?
Abigail Blue.
Oh, okay.
She played Brooke, the receptionist.
Yeah.
And she helped out on crew, but basically the script idea was kicking around from like 2020 because it was inspired by a conversation I had with an old high school friend during COVID. And I had like taken all these notes on it, and I had like talked to a couple people about it, and then I like abandoned it. And Abigail was the one who kind of like every time we would kind of come back to like, well, what are we going to work on next? What are we this, what are that? She's like, what about that high school script? And I was like, I don't think it's going to happen. And then when the idea kind of came back to life, yeah, she was the person I collaborated with the outline on. And I mean, the whole outline was both of us. So
when did you and Abigail meet in your life?
2017. She auditioned for Beauty and the Beast at the community theater where I do theater. And she
in the basement of a church?
In the basement of a church. And she was in the ensemble initially, but then a bunch of people dropped because when you do a Disney show, everybody just wants to be the princess.
Right.
And so she ended up basically becoming like a featured dancer. And so I worked with her like way more than I would have if other people had stayed in, and just, yeah, I really liked her right away.
And then you had contributions from Laura LeBray.
Laura LeBrie, yep.
LeBrie, sorry, Laura. And Aaron Pekka.
Yeah.
What was that?
So after we cast Aaron, she helped with some really important like additional shaping of April's character.
Character.
Yeah, because in the original script, I would say she was like a bit more flat. She was much more like a straight man character. She didn't have as much of her own journey. And Aaron, you know, in her Aaron way, very much like not stepping on toes, was like, hey, you know, this scene just like falls a little flat, doesn't really move the story forward. Like, what if it was like a little more like this? And so, yeah, we let her have some pretty heavy input on her character's story and developing that further. And then Laura LeBrie, just like, whether she's listed or not, is like the shadow writer on like every script I have. She has an education in film and had a big focus on writing. And so she's always the person who like you will sit down with and she will ask you like the hard questions and make you make the important changes to your script. She's always the one who calls me out on like similar character voice. She's always the one who's like, is this scene moving the script forward? So like when I sat down to do revisions, it was very often with Aaron and Laura helping. And I was like, I can give you guys like writing credit. And they were like, no. So I just want to make sure they got credit for their input somewhat.
All right. That definitely helps a lot. I really like Laura because she always says hi when I see her at events.
We love Laura.
I have to make a better effort to go, Laura Lebr, and I'm going to say her last name the next time I see her.
I love it. Well, she'll be at North Star, so.
Good. Because Laura, I'm going to come up to you and say, Laura Lebrie! I'm going to hit a hard E on that.
Give her a big high five.
Yeah.
She does.
She'll be like, you guy. I'm just kidding. She knows who you are.
What did the personal history of working with people you've known a long time bring to the dynamic of the project? Was that a hard question? Because the other question I should have asked a minute ago was, what was the hard question Laura Lebrie asked you that got you to change something in the script? So you can answer either one of those. Choose your own adventure.
I mean, with Laura, it's always, what is this scene doing to move the story forward? I think the funnier thing about the script is the first time we read through it, so Tori and Nathan had their like 3 scenes or whatever alone, or their 4 scenes alone. And in the original draft, only the last one worked, and all the other ones were terrible.
What do you mean worked? Why are you saying terrible?
Like they were just like awkward and like stilted and like expositional and like confusing and like it was just like so bad. It was like reading them, and I was just like, oh my God. And then we got to the last one, and it was like, oh, this scene's beautiful. Now we have to write backwards to earn this scene with the other scenes these characters have. And she definitely was like a person who just right away would be like, well, that didn't work. Those are bad, you know. Working with people I've been working with a long time, I think mostly it was fine. I mean, we've been working together so long, it's like it wasn't special to this project over any other, because you have your shorthand and you have your ways you get along, and I don't think that I think the only person it was different with was my friend Kayleen, because very much less so the adults, but the kids were loosely based on a real group of friends that I had. And Kayleen was like, okay, so who's this one? Who's this one? So she kind of like knew that it was sort of, and like I said, loosely, but she kind of knew that it was sort of based on a group of people that we had both known. And so she got a kick out of, like, one of the characters like wore a pair of my jeans from high school, like in that opening scene.
Wow.
Okay. Is that which character?
Sienna.
She's
not
Haley.
me. Haley.
Yeah, Haley's character.
Correct.
The younger version of Haley's character.
Yeah, because I used to draw on my jeans in high school. Like I like draw on them and paint on them and like decorate them. And I found going through some shit like a pair of my jeans that I had drawn on, and so she's wearing those in the scene. But no, she's not me.
Kate is you.
No.
Who is it?
Tori's me.
Tori is you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But much younger than me. That's why I say it's not really based on an outcome that exists now. I think Tori's like who I could have turned into if I had continued to pursue acting.
Oh, wow.
Other than Kaylee is the friend from high school?
Kayleen.
There's an at the end. Kayleen, come on the show. Kayleen, do any of the other people that are the basis for characters know that they are the basis for characters? You can be, however decorous you need to be here.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
So, like, I have a Nathan. Not that we've spoiled.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I have an ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And he was the one who the conversation that we had like inspired the movie, and I talked to him about the movie like at that time.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Cool, that sounds like a movie I'd watch." Like he was like chill. So like yeah, they're kind of vaguely aware that I took some inspiration from mostly from our childhood to make the film. Yeah.
Wow.
One of the things that it's going to sound like an overly simple question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Is what's wrong with asking you a question that way?
Sounds like a threat.
Beautifully articulate, man.
I'm gonna ask you.
Beautifully articulate. I'd like to ask you, how do you direct people on phones?
On phones.
All the phone stuff was done in voiceover later.
There wasn't a lot of phones. I mean, there was only
There's
one
two.
two scenes, yeah, right?
So Aaron Pekka played every phone character while we were up in Chisholm. So, like, because she was like a PA half the time we were up there because her character wasn't staying in the hotel. She was PA and like did art and just like helped make everything function. And so every time we had a phone scene, I was like, Aaron. So Aaron was playing those characters, but then we redid their voiceovers. But she like acted them to give people something to like react to and play off of. But both the phone calls then got re-recorded in post. So you direct them in the sound booth, you know.
Okay, it's a post-production direction process, and you're just capturing for camera what you need to get through that scene. Okay, but then like when you're let's take it back a step to when you're writing crucial details of the story that are coming through in text form.
Yeah.
And in leet speak.
Yeah.
Do we still say leet speak? Does anyone?
No, I never heard leet speak.
I mean, leet speak
What's
is
leet
familiar
speak?
to me as a millennial. Leet speak is like replacing numbers with, or letters with numbers and abbreviating words funny and yeah.
They're not millennials.
So you're young, right? How old are you?
No, he's a millennial.
I'm a millennial. Yeah, I'm 34.
He's older than you. He's younger than you.
I'm still a millennial.
We're the same age.
We're all
millennials.
the age that we are.
Yeah.
Yes. We're all millennials.
It's funny. So usually I hate phones in movies.
Yeah.
I'm the queen of like, oh, there's no signal. Like just writing that in right away so we don't have to deal with it.
They made a kingdom for that?
What?
A kingdom?
For you to be queen of.
Yes. I made the kingdom.
The no
And it's
signal-
my kingdom,
the no
and I
signal.
am the queen of. There is no signal, therefore this does not affect the story. So that was really interesting, but I felt like it was just like not realistic by any stretch to not have the characters texting or calling or whatever. So that was definitely like a new thing. It was kind of inspired by a documentary we saw at the Ely Film Festival a few years ago called One with the Whale. And they did text messages in a way, in like the documentary, in a way that was so seamless that I was kind of inspired by like, that can work, you can do that. So yeah, I think it took a little bit of a leap of faith, but just would not have worked as a story without phones.
How do you separate yourself as director from being producer in a project this size? I liked your eyes and the reaction to that question.
Wait, were you producer in this?
I was.
Executive producer.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was a difference between executive producer and producer.
Well, and produce. I mean, we sort of didn't have a producer, and it was sort of also me. I call that just having a good team, like knowing what days you were gonna need that person there. Like that's something like Abigail came to do, Rainan came to do. My AD Adele would kind of step into that role sometimes. Like kind of the days when we would need that, I could always get someone to sort of step into that role, and then anything that was done ahead of time, just making sure it was done enough that I could just take that hat off. So it required, what did we say earlier? Organization and planning. And planning.
No, we haven't said that yet. I can't remember.
Didn't
what we said.
say that.
Yeah, not yet.
Organization and planning, and then just having a good team.
Yeah.
How do you direct people smoking? I can tell, I can tell that guy doesn't smoke.
I know.
I can tell so. And here's the thing: is it makes sense that the character.
Well,
has
how
to
do you
smoke.
know that he doesn't smoke?
Because my friend, who I won't name, but you know who you are, has criticized the way people smoke. As like, you don't know how to smoke. You're smoking in the weirdest way. And,
So I bought.
oh, this is gonna be good.
It's herbal cigarettes. It's not. It's
right.
it's like movie prop cigarettes. I bought them for them and sent them home to practice. And that guy actually practiced watching his brother-in-law, who's a smoker. Yeah. James practiced watching his brother-in-law, who's a smoker.
His brother-in-law is like a serious smoker. If he's whipping darts like this, that's like Sean Penn, like so like on his third pack.
It's funny because it is literally a trope of mine that I very frequently have smoking in my movies, and I have like never cast a smoker as a smoker. My husband makes fun of me for it all the time. Like, how do you direct someone to smoke poorly, I guess is the answer. Because like it is like a thing I've been called out for like multiple times. Like some of my people who work with me a lot, like they have their list of like Vanessa tropes, and one of them is like
Bad smoking.
casting a non-smoker as a smoker, and then them being bad at smoking.
Again, here's how you sell this, okay? And no one's gonna know. It's not like we're doing this for broadcast. So what you say is you're trying to encourage people to smoke less, because one of the greatest things our country has ever done is gotten people to smoke less.
Correct.
Genuinely, or we've gotten Gen Z to drink less, even though they're dumber. Just saying.
Okay.
No, like really, that's new studies, like she was saying.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, that's a trope of mine, and we sure gave it our shot. I will tell a funny story though, because there's this scene where they're smoking cigarettes, and there's the scene where they're smoking a joint.
Yeah.
And the joint I thought was more successful.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
that's how you smoke a joint.
But
not that I would know.
we auditioned for the role of Brandon, and it was like about like 80 guys. It was a lot of guys who auditioned for that role. And
But you went with one of your veterans.
Nate auditioned.
Yeah, I know.
But
What do you mean veterans?
I would not want to go through 80 auditions. Do you like casting?
yes,
Okay, good.
I like
Kyle
to make
does
sure I
not
have,
like casting.
I like
That's
to make sure I have the right
thing,
people.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess what I am saying is that if 100 people want to apply to a job, I only want to see 5 of them. If I'm like
That's
directing
not very
or producing.
fair. I feel like
No.
like auditions suck from both sides of the table, and it's your responsibility to give them a fair shot.
Sure.
But my
if you're a
point
casting
is-
director, I'm not a casting director, and I don't want to be.
I could. Oh, I'm sorry, Kirk.
No, I didn't hear that.
I
either.
am a casting director. I could cast. I could cast movies. I am a very good casting director.
Don't.
That to say, we saw a lot of Brandon's, and that was one of the scenes we did in the audition. And seeing everyone's like improvised renditions of a joint in the room was just like such a highlight, because some of them just like mimed it. Some of them had like pencils or markers. There was one guy who like rolled up a piece of paper, and it was like Groucho Marx with a cigar. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What is going on?"
Wow.
It was seeing
yeah.
people's imitation of smoking, like that many people's imitation of smoking a joint was just like unhinged.
I like the opportunity for, and speaking as a director, for a new discovery to happen. I absolutely fucking find it infuriatingly inefficient as a director to watch 80 people do, look, I'm doing a Marx Brothers routine right now. It's like, that's funny. I'm sure you're great at something. That's why the casting director sees you, because honestly, it's usually a she, because women are better at this than men. Am I allowed to say that, even though it's sexist?
Why is this sexist?
I think that women are better at this than men.
But why is this sexist?
Because I'm saying that one sex is better than another. That's
Casting
sexism.
people in the movie?
I'm saying women are better at that job than men.
But it has no correlation to women doing
Because
that
I think
normally.
women have a broader perception of people generally than men.
I
See,
don't
she
think,
agrees with me.
I don't think it's a sexist thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a sexist thing.
No, it's,
yeah.
it is
understand.
objectively
There's no
sexist.
there's no correlation there.
No, I mean it's a little misandrist, if anything, because you're discounting men.
Yeah.
But
Most
Maybe the
men
opposite thing.
get along because men generally are the more like powerful of the two sexes. They have
now
to
that's
worry.
the sexist thing to say.
Physically
There it
speaking, generally speak, and well, is it not right for me to recognize the patriarchy?
You want to keep digging
Because-
this hole, or
Well, no, I'm genuinely willing to
tell you
stand on this point.
Say what you're trying to say.
yeah?
I'm saying that I just don't want to watch 80 people go through something and go in a completely different direction than is whatever going to be related to the project. And that's why I think there's a beauty between having casting directors and directors. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so
I
I
get
love
that.
auditions for that reason, though, because I think that like watching 80 people do something, you will probably discover something new about it. Like, I think that you go into auditions with a preconceived idea in your head of how something should sound or how something should be done. And when you see that many people do it, one of two things happens. One is someone totally surprises you and you see your own material in a new light. Or the other is that like you do see those similarities start to come out and there's like a sifting effect, and like the people that stand out in a positive way do just come to the top of the pile. And I only hold auditions for a project about every 2 years for the reason that you're talking about. It is exhausting. It is long. But it's like I do it to collect new people. I know Alex told this story when she was on your podcast.
Go ahead.
But like she auditioned for this and we didn't know each other very well. And through that experience, I was like, I really like this girl. And, you know, she wasn't right for one of the leads, but we got her a small role in that, and that was like a genuinely great way to start a professional relationship with each other.
Yeah.
So I think that casting is like always an opportunity.
You just gave me a potential for a debate topic of recasting couch. Of who would I recast? Which character would I recast
Who,
with?
in this
Alex?
movie?
Yeah, because it's like they do that on a bunch of different shows. Like, oh, if you're a studio executive, they do it on Barry's show, actually.
Yeah.
I think pretty regularly at the end. You've listened to his show?
No.
Previous guest, Barry?
No.
Yeah, anyways.
I didn't know he had a show.
And it's wonderful. Feeling Minnesota, looking California.
Oh, okay.
Something
yeah, I
like
think I've
that,
seen
yeah.
posts about that.
There are multiple movie podcasts in the Upper Midwest film community.
There are. I'm not interested in California though, so his might not be for me.
It's not. One of the guys is from California.
Does he
one of
look
the
like
hosts.
it?
They're not a visual
I haven't
podcast,
seen
so I
him,
have
yeah.
no idea. I didn't know what Barry looked like very well until I met him here last week.
Seems misleading.
It-
All right.
I don't have a direction I could specifically hit with. It would be Alex over this person because I know I know Alex too well, and I'm too familiar with your crew that I wouldn't want to like. Oh,
I can say which role she would have had.
which one?
Kate.
Kate. Yeah.
The tattoos make it so that it's less of a thing because like
I mean, we would have covered them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then you've got me to agree with you because
But I could see that. Especially now that I know her better as an actress. And that won't hurt Abby's feelings. Abby also loves Alex.
yeah.
The other strange thing about auditions for Brandon specifically is the other scene we did was the hotel scene where he's like, honey, I'm home. And he has the little flirtation with Sienna. And like 2 out of 3 or 4 times they would do that line with a British accent.
Honey, I'm home.
Honey, yeah. It's very strange. Choices were made.
Were these
why
peop-
British accent?
I
Is
don't-
that
'Cause
I think that they
they're
thought that was like playful. Because it's not like they did the whole scene that way. But just like a lot of people were like, honey, I'm home. And I was like, what is...
See, because I've watched too much I Love Lucy, I would have gone too Hispanic on that. Honey, Lucy, I'm home. I come back from the Copacabana. Go around you.
Was that Hispanic?
Maybe I would have laughed at that.
Maybe I would have gotten cast as a Hispanic version of your character.
Probably
Maybe I
not.
am. Why can't a character be? Why
No,
can't
was
people
that a
be secretly
Hispanic? Was the husband Hispanic? In I Love Lucy?
Yeah, he was Cuban.
Your character wouldn't have been Hispanic.
You would not have been
You
Hispanic.
would have been.
You don't know who's
But
Hispanic.
perhaps I would have allowed you to do a Ricky Ricardo accent.
Well, I've never seen the show, so I didn't know he was
That's a mistake.
Colombian.
She talked about Nicole Kidman earlier. There's a Aaron Sorkin, Nicole Kidman version.
Biopic, yeah.
Yeah, biopic.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying. Are these people in different grades?
Yeah.
Which ones? This is dumb, but I just need to know who's an upperclassman and who's an underclassman in this clique of 6 people.
The boys are upperclassmen, the girls are underclassmen.
What? Okay, this is the dumbest thing, and we're not going to end
I
on
mean, you
this.
brought
But
it up.
when I was in high school, I thought it was wrong to date underclass women, but I was also super Christian and didn't
I mean, I think there was a little bit of a taboo to it, but I think that's why underclassmen girls liked it.
like Wuthering Heights. Yeah.
Like Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering.
Just like
Nothing like
Titanic.
Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something wrong. They're a poor. They're an underclassman, and now I'm attracted to them.
They're a poor. Yeah.
That's what Titanic is. He's a poor.
Correct.
And I understood the movie. I'm just okay. So the guys are older. Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Aren't some of them supposed to be in their 40s?
Like late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Oh, so when and this isn't really a spoiler. When Haley says I'm almost in my 40s, that's what the line must be. Okay.
yeah,
She's not looking to die of cancer in her 40s. It would take a couple years to die of cancer.
Now I see. I was paying attention. I was.
Yeah, but
I was some of these things. I was
hold on. What's your issue with their age difference, though? They're not that. There's
just
not
like
that
when
big
I
of a
was in
gap.
12th grade. I thought it was wrong to date a 10th grader.
12th grader, senior to a sophomore?
What's funny is that I got asked by upper class women to prom and didn't go. When I was in
Wow.
11th grade.
You didn't go.
I went
Brag about
my
it.
senior year because I was like, well, if you don't go once.
I went to prom every year.
Yeah.
I went to 7 proms.
7? How'd you go to 7?
When you were in 8th
One
grade?
my freshman year, 1 my sophomore year, 3 my junior year,
Nice.
3 my senior year.
That,
2 my senior year,
that's
sorry.
what I was saying.
2 my senior year. Yeah.
Wow.
That actually, I think, is very illuminating about the movie. Did you go with the same guy?
No, I didn't even go with a guy every time.
God bless. I was going to talk about music and stuff. You want to say anything insightful? Here's the question. We had Eric Richardson on the show recently.
Yeah.
And he said, I wish we would have talked more about Vanessa because she is so specific and more detailed than a lot of, like, in contrast to us, like, the conversation between Eric, Nick, and I think Isaac was there too, was, hey guys, this seems sick. Here's what we're thinking. Cool. Done.
That's very sweet. So I've never met Isaac. That's crazy.
I have met Isaac.
The music on this project was, I think, really important. Again, thinking about that, I know you are hating this now, but like millennial, like I think music was really important to us.
Not that I hate it. It's just that I'm like, I have a strong reaction.
You're resistant to it.
I have a strong reaction to to being identitarian in this.
Sure.
Okay.
I believe in the spirit of sales and identifying your audience.
This is important.
Yeah. So music was really important to us. And we actually kind of worked with 3 people that I'd like to call out. So Eric Richardson, Jenna Enemy was our music supervisor, and then Isaiah Dietz composed like an insane amount of music for this film.
And wrote a bunch of lyrical music for you.
So the order of operations there was like Jenna Enemy is in a band called the Von Tramps. It's a local girl punk band.
Cool.
I knew her in high school, and we've worked on a couple films together. And so I asked her if she'd be the music supervisor because before we even started filming, we needed the karaoke songs. So she came on really early and got us the karaoke songs. And the song Sienna sings in the shower. And then as we went on, we kind of identified those places that we wanted, what I called like radio songs. And she has all these great local connections, so she was able to kind of find all of those. And then Isaiah was in a musical that I directed that year, the year that we filmed. And I wasn't able to go to it, but he like did a coffee shop like open mic that was like on YouTube, and I listened to it. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, like, I might want to use a couple of these songs for my movie. Is that cool? And he's like, yeah, that'd be great. And I kind of sent him a list of like, maybe this. And he like re-recorded demos of all of them for me. And then I was able to place them in the edit like very early, like usually earlier than we're usually doing final music placement. And then my kind of exchange for that was that I paid to get all of it recorded in a studio and mastered for our film, and then they're going to be releasing that as a soundtrack, or like as an album, and then
when will that happen?
This spring, hopefully. We talked about it before the film festival, and everything just got really nuts. But I know he's working on it, and he's working on a banner for the website and stuff. But he's going to be wanting to release that kind of as a calling card for himself and what he can do, and then Eric was the one who signed on last, and we were in a place where we had this like radio music, we had this like you said, lyrical like vocal score, and then I needed some just like score moments. But Isaiah's a singer-songwriter, so writing like instrumental doesn't come naturally to him. So I like probably what he means when he says specific, I like isolated out very specific, like here to here, here to here, here to here. We need this. I sent him like some of the characters kind of had themes in the vocal score, and I was like, this could pull some stuff from this could pull some stuff from this, So I think when I talk later about using people's time respectfully, that's kind of what I mean, is like putting together a toolkit for them to be very successful.
Remind me to ask her about that in the interview, please.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Okay, let's end on the non-spoiler section on Vanessa. People are going to see this movie. They're going to have conversations in the parking lot. That's what everyone in Minnesota does. They have the meeting, then they have twice the amount of the meeting in the parking lot talking about it. What would you like people to be talking about after they see this movie?
I would like them to talk about their silly little wounds. Like what, if something that the characters in the movie went through resonated with them, they could talk about that. If it's something different, they could talk about that. But I think that I hope that inspires people to talk about and let go of some of what they're carrying around.
Wow. That's really great. Yeah, let's hop into our spoilers. I think that's a great place to end it. Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.